Well, after doing the AFC North last weekend, I figured that the next logical step for my 2024 Way Too Early Prediction Series would be to predict the entire schedules of the 2024 NFC North teams. So let's go ahead and dive right into these. So we're going to start things off here with the Detroit Lions. The Lions have a tougher schedule this year than last year because of their much improved success this year compared to years past. But at home, I have the Lions losing to the Bears, beating the Packers, beating the Vikings, and beating the Jags, then losing to the Rams, but beating the Seahawks, then beating the Titans, falling to the Buccaneers, and beating the Bills. On the road, I have this team beating the Bears, losing to the Packers, losing to the Vikings, beating the Cardinals, beating the Texans, beating the Colts, losing to the Niners, but beating the Cowboys to finish the season at 11-6. As for the Packers, their schedule is also going to be a bit tougher this season, especially considering some teams that kind of jumped out of nowhere. But anyway, for the Packers this year at home, I have them losing to the Bears, beating the Lions, losing to the Vikings, beating the Cardinals, losing to the Texans, losing to the Colts, losing to the Niners, losing to the Saints, and beating the Dolphins. On the road, I have the Packers losing to the Bears, losing to the Lions, losing to the Vikings, beating the Jaguars, losing to the Rams, beating the Seahawks, losing to the Titans, and winning against the Eagles to finish the season at 6-11. As for the Minnesota Vikings, they are in a similar boat as well, but they're going to be facing a lot of teams that are going to be better because the AFC South just got so good this year out of nowhere. But for their predictions for next year, at home, I have the Vikings beating the Bears, beating the Lions, and beating the Packers, then losing to the Cardinals, losing to the Texans, beating the Colts, losing to the Niners, losing to the Falcons, and losing to the Jets. On the road, I have this team losing to the Bears, losing to the Lions, beating the Packers, losing to the Jaguars, beating the Rams, losing to the Seahawks, losing to the Titans, and losing to the Giants to finish off the season at 6-11. Now, as for the Bears, I think they take a big step forward this year. I really like Justin Fields, and I'm assuming they draft Marvin Harrison Jr. at number 1. These are my assumptions when making these predictions. So without further ado, let's go with their home schedule, where I have them losing to the Lions, beating the Packers, beating the Vikings, beating the Jags, beating the Rams, losing to the Seahawks, beating the Titans, beating the Panthers, and beating the Patriots. On the road, I have the Bears beating the Lions, beating the Packers, losing to the Vikings, beating the Cardinals, losing to the Texans, losing to the Colts, losing to the Niners, and losing to the Commanders. This puts them at 10-7 on the season. So if these predictions pan out, my NFC North standings for next year will be the Lions on top at 11-6, followed by the Bears at 10-7, followed by the Vikings at 6-11, and then finally the Packers rounding out the bottom at 6-11. This division is going to be somewhat competitive next year, but once again, they are facing the AFC South, which will really differentiate the good teams from the bad teams in this division. Alright, well that's about going to do it for me today. If you guys did like, don't forget to smash like and subscribe, and I do want to take a minute real quick just to thank every single one of you guys. It has been absolutely insane these last few days watching the 2023 debriefing video, how that has absolutely exploded beyond my wildest dreams. I mean, I never thought I would get that video over 2K, but it hit almost 2,100 views already. We've also crossed the 450 subscriber milestone, so huge shout out to all you guys who are subscribed and watching these videos. I love the fact that you guys are wanting to watch this, and I love being able to, provide my prediction and have somewhat of a platform to, provide my analysis on the NFL. But I guess with that is going to do it for me today. If you did like, smash like, and also go down here, and there's going to be a video or a playlist. I'm not sure which one I'm going to choose yet. It's either going to be the AFC North predictions or the 2024 Way Too Early Predictions playlist. Either way, I still think you should click it and check that out. And I guess with that, I will see you guys later. Peace out and have a good one.